One, two, three. I think we have almost everyone, so why don't we just do a quick roll call, see who's not here, and then when they come in, they can chime in. So I'm gonna go from the list up.
Missing the
Rachel,
painter and Volka.
what did you say?
Missing the painter and Volka.
Volka was here on Friday. They got all the showers delivered. They installed the sink in the laundry room in Tower B. So their materials are here on site.
Okay, good. All right, let's start from the beginning for the sake of time. I think everyone is here, like Jonathan says, besides the painter and vodka. So why don't we go through the list of work so far? Eric, can you take the lead since you guys are on site right now?
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to Edgar on Friday. Everything was going good. He was going to get the final visual today. And then also the pre-abatement for the next floor going down for the fourth floor. And the windows, I told him that we would hold off until Friday, how we were going to turn over a floor on a Friday. But if we finish early, we'll hold off on the windows and just worry on the interior abatement. Is that what you guys would like us to do?
I think the weather is going to be warm enough that you could take the windows out. I mean, Anthony, is the floors that they've
Okay.
done, they take the windows out, is it too cold?
No, they they skimmed the 6th floor on Friday last week. They're here today. Skimmed the 5th floor. No, the temperature's fine.
Okay.
They can take them out.
Take out the windows.
Yeah,
Why
because
you going back?
New Haven Glass is here and they're installing the frames and they expect the windows delivered this Wednesday. The glass delivered this Wednesday, so they'll be able to move right ahead.
And the temperature, this is Colin Higgins, the temperature really only affects when we go to install the actual resilient flooring, which won't be for a little while, so the temperature should be fine.
Good.
So Eric, since I don't know if you can see my screen, looking at the schedule that you gave me earlier, how does this look? Are you able to come in ahead of schedule of the 4/9?
Yeah, I think we will be a few days ahead of schedule on each floor.
So what do you think?
That being said, if being ahead of schedule isn't.
Oh no, ahead of schedule is always good because then everyone will know when to follow. So if we're talking about 4/9 for your second floor completion, do you think you will be done by 4/2 or you think the week of 4/5?
I mean, honestly, I'd rather stick with the schedule that I gave you because, and to help McQueenie, I was actually going to take probably 2 guys away from Celentano to go over to McQueenie because we are ahead of schedule over here.
You're turning over the 4th floor this week?
Yeah, it should be by Wednesday or Thursday.
Then that would be fine because we have an ADA, there's some framing.
Yeah, that's actually good because then everybody will have 3 floors to start working on this
Yeah.
week.
3 floors is enough there. I need more floors at McQueenie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll keep the remaining schedule. What we can do is, for everyone that's listening, as you turn in the schedules early, we'll just send an email to everyone letting you know. That way, Eric doesn't have to give a schedule right now that he might not be able to because of McQueenie. So we'll keep the schedule as is, but we'll be sending you an email as the floors become available earlier. Is there anything else, Eric, that's a concern that you want to share before we move forward?
No, I don't have any concerns over there. I think everything's going well.
Okay, great. So let's move right along. Michael.
Yes,
The schedule that you gave me is what I have on the screen. Is that still good?
yes. So next Monday, we will start. And so that elevator comes out of service Monday.
Okay.
No longer used.
I think we had made this very clear, so it looks like everyone is all right with that, which is great. So, Is
Yeah,
it-
I've been explaining to everyone as we've been going along that next week is gonna be out of service. Everyone's trying to do whatever they need to get materials up to the floors. As needed this week, they're gonna bring up the cabinets for the kitchens and things. So everyone knows.
all right, thank you, Anthony. Moving right along to doors and windows. Rich, can you give us an update on how you're doing? What does it look like for this week and next week?
They're on site today. They're starting on 6th floor, so they're starting sub-sills and putting some stuff down on 6. We have glass coming in, Thursday. We have a couple deliveries that are all coming in this week here, so we can load up the floors. And to finish up the rest of the stuff that's coming in. The doors weren't coming, I think, until the 29th, so, but are we still, that means Monday that the elevator is shut down on the 29th, or is it the following Monday?
Nope, that's Monday. We're gonna
Monday.
strip that cab off and then we're just gonna have a platform, then we gotta start on the jack, so. That's it.
Okay,
I thought the balcony doors were gonna make it this week.
we're trying, Johnny. I think, I don't think they're gonna make it till Monday. It looks like now. We're all over them because they were supposed to have them here. That's the only last item we got getting up there. So,
How much time do you need on Monday to move your stuff up there?
The day,
probably a couple hours.
at
Okay,
least half
so
the day,
at least half the day.
Yeah,
32 doors.
32 doors. I mean, they get them right in, so.
So you want us just to start
Probably
on
say 2-3
Tuesday
hours.
instead?
Well, let's confirm, Rich, confirm with us, well, I don't wanna leave you hanging, Mike.
Yeah, Johnny, what I'll do is I'll send you guys a confirmation, or we'll call over there. We've been on them, to following up through these shipments coming through, so. We have confirmations on the glass coming in, so we'll double check with, YKK and get back to you guys. And
Yeah,
as
if
soon
you
as we
can,
hear.
someone could just let me know by, no later than Wednesday, Thursday, the latest, if we're
Yeah.
starting Monday or Tuesday.
All
You
right.
got it.
Rich, do me a favor, for the sake of time, when you're sending that email to Jonathan and myself, can you please copy Michael? And if you don't have his email, I'll send it to you, just so he will know.
Um, Okay, I don't have it, but if you can send it to me, it would be great.
I will send it to you.
Also, Rich, how
On the
long,
list
do you
here.
have- Rich, how long per floor do you have? All 100% complete? Like by next Friday, will you have the 6th floor 100%?
We should, John, as long as everything shows up. We figure about a week or so per floor, and we should be knocking them out.
Okay,
Okay, so that's fine. So Wednesday, you'll let us know your copy, Michael, if he can accommodate on Monday, possibly half a day, that might be helpful for you, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I'll send you that information. Is there any other concern, anything that you want to bring up now before we move on to the next?
No, I think everything's good. I mean, the guys are down there now. Everything was made the way. There's no cutting back of any sheet rock. It seems like everything is done the way we planned from the first time, so it seems that just getting the material and just getting everything to roll.
Once we get the material up, how long are we thinking about for each floor?
1 week.
1 week? Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely shouldn't take longer than a week. There's only 6 or 5 units on a floor.
Yeah, it's about a week per floor. I think that's what they went last time. They might have went a little quicker, right? I'm not sure.
Yeah, of course, if you can move quicker, everybody will be, that's always a good thing. All right, thank you. Anything else, Rich, before I move on?
Nope, I'm good.
Looks like we are going to keep that half an hour. Thank you. All right, so Michael, I'm sorry, not Michael, Anthony, you were talking about vodka.
Yeah, they were here Friday. They delivered the 4 showers for the ADA units. They distributed them upstairs. They installed the sink in the laundry room, the utility sink in the laundry room. And he planned on being back here this week. Hopefully we could get those valves installed so we could shut the water down and they could continue working.
Regarding the roof drain, I reached out to Vortec. So he says that he just needs to know when and how. I know he's either his owner, I can't see him, but he needs to know when might need him to. So Anthony, can you coordinate that with him?
Yeah, I tried to reach out to Vortec last week to get an idea of his time frame, but I hadn't heard back yet, but I will follow up.
Yeah, I spoke to him this morning. He says that just give him a call. He just needs some heads up, but he'll take care of it as long as he knows what you guys need.
Hey,
Okay.
Rich, before we go too far, Rich, I need you to send me a change order for the operators for the 2 front doors.
Okay,
V, can you pass him on the labor and material sheets so this way he has them?
Yep,
Thank you.
will do.
I want to get that submitted this week, as soon as possible, so we can get that finished
All
up.
right, great. All right, so let's move on to, if I miss anyone, let me know, okay? Because my screen is going back and forth. Let's move on to electrical. Bill, are you on?
Yes.
Can you give us an update on the 6th floor, at least the 6th and the 5th floor? And also, there are a couple of things that we want to talk to you about, Jonathan and I, regarding the panel, the switch gear. But why don't we start with the 5th and 6th floor?
They're ongoing doing the rough in now. I've called for an inspection for the end of this week. I have not heard back from the inspector yet, though. So as soon as I hang up from here, I'll call him again. But I've sent him an email, I've called him, I haven't heard from him. It's kind of unusual, to tell you the truth.
I think Craig over at Gonzalez is really going to need to know how that is going. If you don't mind, when you find out for the inspection schedule, send Jonathan, Anthony, myself, and copy Craig on it.
Yeah.
He's going to base his schedule and bringing up the sheetrock based on when the roughing will be done.
Well,
Also,
if I remember correctly, the sheetrock wasn't even being delivered to the site until the 2nd.
correct, correct.
Yeah.
But for any reason, right,
But
that's correct.
We want to be well ahead of him.
Exactly. Yeah. And the other thing is, one of the things that we want to do this time, which was a small issue on Tower A, is we want to get a confirmation for the general trades that all the roughing is done, that the walls aren't going to be opening again before he brings it up. Because what happened was, once his sheetrock was installed, and it's not just, it's everyone that went in back and opened up the walls. So once the roughing is done, Anthony, let Mike know, so when you talk to him. But Bill, and I think Paul is from Alliance is there, and Enid, when you guys are done, please confirm with Jonathan, myself, and Anthony and Greg that you are done, so that when he puts up the sheetrock, we don't have to worry about anyone taking them down.
Yeah, I don't think we took down too much sheetrock
No, it
last
wasn't too
time.
much.
It was an
It wasn't
issue.
too much, and that's why I wanted to bring it up now before we went any further.
Yeah, there was just an issue with the outlets above the countertops and the kitchen area of some of the units, but
By the FRP, yes, I remember.
so we'll be sure that's handled ahead of time.
Okay, great. Bill, can you also talk a bit about the switch gear? I know the cameras, Jonathan is working on that with Michael, but talk about the switch gear and the panel.
Well, the panels have been ordered. And now it's just a matter of waiting for them to arrive.
Can you get a tracking and an estimated delivery for those, please?
I will. I'm surprised I haven't received one already, but I'll contact Dennis now too and see if I can get an exact date.
Okay, great. Yeah, if you can tell us the ETA, that way whenever it comes up at the owners meeting, at least we can give them something.
Yeah, because we have to give them like 2 weeks notice prior to even.
Well,
installing them
And let
because-
me ask you something, Jonathan, because I don't want to get into this about the materials and things like that last time around. This is a big nut that we have to outlay. We want to be able to bill for these things too. So if we can get that change order, it'll allow us to provide billing when these things come in and we get billed for it.
Well, V, you gotta bring that up with Jennifer because I saw Rachel tell Jennifer to officially make a AIA for that, so it could be sent to Chaffa.
I saw that. We'll bring it up at our meeting tomorrow and let you
Well, I
know.
do know the change order was approved, so.
Yeah.
I was able to sleep last weekend.
The other thing I think we want to mention about, since we're on the change order, is that once all the abatement is down, when you guys are going in, if there's any changes to your scope based on the abatement being down, please let us know right away so we can bring it up. I think what happens is when we bring up these changes at the last minute, first of all, they take forever to process the change orders, and two, I think they just don't like it when we bring up the changes at the last minute.
Well,
So-
there will be changes, just like there was on the other tower, for the renovated, handicapped units and some of the kitchen walls where they took down the sheetrock. Once that's exposed, we have to make the wiring changes per the inspector. But they're very similar to the ones that we had on the other tower.
Yeah, if there's any new change orders, I need to know about them right away.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you'll see. You'll see
Yeah.
that come along as we go through.
We've already accounted for all the duplicates that took place in Tower B into Tower A. With that being said, Colin, you need to start working on the change order for the floors.
Yeah, I actually have that in here as well. Going back to the change orders, Eric, there is the change order that you guys are doing right now with the abatements. I know you spoke to Jonathan or Anthony about it last week. We have some pictures from Edgar. Please start tracking those square footages, start giving that information, time and material on the change order forms to Jonathan as soon as possible. We have let the owner know or be aware that it is coming, but they're anxious to see what that means. So please keep track of it. And as soon as you're done with the second floor, get Jonathan everything so that he can send that in as soon as possible.
Are you guys gonna want it broken down, like per floor, right? Not per room.
No, you can break it down by floor.
By floor. Yeah,
Totals
per
and floor.
room would be very painful for Jonathan. I think per floor is good.
Okay, yeah, I'll talk to Edgar, after this and find out where we are with that, but I told him to make sure he was keeping good pictures and measurements and everything.
Yes, especially pictures and the tracking. So Bill, that, so on the panel, we'll bring it up tomorrow at the owners meeting. What about the generator? Do you want to speak anything to it? Are we still on?
No, I still have to put together a schedule as to our sequencing. I haven't gone down and done that yet, but I'll do that this week.
Please do.
Yep.
Okay, is there anything else, Jonathan or Bill, that we need to bring up with the electrical before we move on?
No.
All right, so moving right along. Enai,
Yes,
on the fire service, oh, actually, I'm sorry, Bill, one more thing. Are you
Yes.
all set with Michael on the work for the elevators? I meant to ask you that.
Yeah, I have to look at the drawings again. I think there's one item that is required, but it's not listed on the drawing. But the other elevator work does show regarding fixtures and things of that nature.
Please, we have to get that, if there's any changes, especially any PCS associated, after you've done that, you have to get that to Jonathan before the work starts.
Mhm.
You know,
Okay.
our housing authority loves that, so please.
What
that's
fixtures are you talking about? Which
Oh,
fixtures
light
are you
fix-
talking about for the elevator?
No, I'm talking about light fixtures for the pit.
Oh, light, okay. Not to do with the elevator, right?
No,
Okay, I heard elevator and fixtures, that's all.
Your ears perk up, right?
Yeah, I had to clarify that.
Okay, great. So, yeah, Bill, get that to Jonathan, and myself as soon as possible. Is there any other concerns, on the electrical before we move on to the next? No? Okay. Ina, I know we were talking about, your work. Can you give us an idea with the, 6th and the 5th floor? I know you guys were there on Friday and you're there this week. Give us a bit of.
I started roughing today on the 6th floor. I'm gonna shoot to have it roughed in by the end of the week as well for the electrical. Also gonna call in the electrical inspector. Maybe he can get me in with the same day that he's gonna come in for the electricians.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm shooting to be done by the end of the week on 5th and 6th floor with the roughing.
Oh, great.
Especially with the ADAs, I gotta get a lot of wires to the ADAs, but we're gonna do that in the next couple of days.
And then, I'm gonna assume you'll take another, time on the upcoming floors.
Say that again?
Are you, when you're calling the inspection, is it just the 6th, or are you calling the inspection for the rest of the, for the 2 other floors?
No, it's just gonna be the 5th and 6th,
5 and 6, okay.
yes. And I think that's what the electricians are doing too, right? 5th and 6th.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to schedule it the same, hopefully he'll get us the same day. And I'll move along with them.
Okay, what about the elevator work? Have you had a chance to review, what we sent from Michael? Is there any changes? Because we need to know that changes again before the work starts.
I haven't really talked to Willie about that, but for the most part, like we talked last time, all the smokes like in front of the elevators and everything were already there. And the only thing I gotta look is if there's a smoke inside the shaft, because they call it for a heat detector in there. And then on the machine room, I think they want a smoke detector as well. I just haven't had a chance to go in there and see if there's an existing one.
Can you work on that this week, for a couple of reasons? One, as you know, the elevator work is starting very soon. It will be in your best interest that we can get this potential change to the owner right now, so they can start reviewing it. So if you can review this week and talk to Willie about it, I think that will be helpful. Is there any other concerns that you may have with the work or the elevator before we move on to next? Now you're on mute. Can't hear you. Still can't hear you.
All right, I think we're good, V. Let's keep moving here because I have another meeting at 12 o'clock.
Paul. Paul, can you hear me?
Yep, I got you.
Hi, can you tell us about the schedule with the 6th and 5th floor? And also, I don't think you need an inspection, do you, for at least this part?
No, I'll confirm with Bob Dylan, but I shouldn't need any inspection for you guys to start sheetrocking.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I just have to run that new thermostat wire and change the valves. I've got to drain the building to change those valves, and the way that the piping goes into this tower, it's also going to drain the 2nd and 3rd floor of the existing tower, the one that we just finished.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously I'm going to try and hold off as long as I can to do that. I mean, I can, with a couple guys to change all those valves, I'm probably looking at like a week and a half's worth of work. So I was going to shoot down there today and just see where you guys are at. I know I talked to Anthony last week to run thermostat wires. I mean, I'd like to, if I can get in there and when everything is abated and just do all floors at once and in one shot in like a week and a half, that'd be great. But I'm gonna hold anyone up and I've got to get in there this week for the 5th and 6th quarter, run those wires, then I'll do that. So
With the shutdown of the hot water, how long is that gonna take?
no, this is to replace all the zone valves in every apartment. I've got to drain the entire building. So I'd like to just drain the building and have it drained for a week and a half, 2 weeks. But for the hot water, for the louvers that you're talking to get the, what is that, fire pump equipment into the basement?
Yeah, but if you drain that, so there's a separation between the two buildings, correct?
There is, but the two mains that go over for the building we're working on right now also does the 2nd and 3rd floor for the building we just finished.
Well, you know you can't drain that for more than an 8-hour period.
Well, that's why I'm hoping we can push it into April, because that only affects heat, doesn't affect their hot water.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, if Mike's able to get in here and put those valves in to isolate this tower, that might help.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Anthony,
I don't think we're talking about the same pipe though. Mike's taking care of the domestic. I'm talking about the heat.
Okay.
There's a series of boilers that does heat, and then there's 2 other boilers that take care of just hot water. Those 2 exhaust pipes that you guys are looking to have cut out so they can gain more clearance to get down those stairs.
Yes.
Those 2 exhaust pipes go back to the 2 boilers that do hot water. So that's why I'm saying if you need me to cut those pipes so they can get equipment in the basement, it's gonna knock out the hot water for both buildings until we can rehook those up.
and how long are you talking about the duration?
However, I don't know how long it takes to get equipment in the basement.
Yeah,
However long it takes them to get the equipment in the building. It's not a question he can answer.
are we talking about half a day, 1 day? What are we talking about?
Again, he cannot answer. We need to know from the elevator contractor and the fire pump contractor. Alliance can't answer the question. They could stay there all day and put it back online, but depends on how long it takes the electrician and the fire pump people to put. I thought this was actually, no, I think it only has to do with the elevator, right, Michael?
What's that?
The piece of equipment that needs to go into the building, those pipes still need to be moved.
Yes, you gotta move those PVC pipes in order for us to get the tank unit down there.
How long did that take you to do?
How long it take me to do what?
To get that piece of equipment down into the basement?
It's probably gonna take about a half a day to get it down, that's all.
All right.
All right,
So
thank you.
we're gonna give you a heads up on that, and you're gonna cut those back and then just reattach them when we're done.
You're looking
Once
at
they get past that section, then you're fine.
Okay, good. That's what I wanted to know. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
All right. Paul, anything else that is a concern that you need us to know? Any work by others that you need before we move on to the next?
Nope, that should be good.
All right, thank you. Brian, are you on? I think that's off. I think the fire pumps are supposed to be delivered today. So Anthony, can you check with Brian later? He mentioned on Friday that they shipped it. So if for any reason it's not delivered today, we need to get in touch with him. And then we can plan the schedule accordingly. We know what the day is gonna look like.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen anything as far as delivery here.
All right.
I'll call Brian. I've talked to him about McQueenie anyways.
All right, let me know. Jonathan, last time I know you have the kitchen cabinets, you have the appliances. Any update with the schedule for the countertop? Any one of those items, FRP doors?
Well, we don't have, the bifolds and entry doors and any other doors are 6 to 8 weeks out. The trash compactor, I'm waiting for Encore to disconnect the sprinklers, so this way we can remove the trash compactors. The countertops are ready to ship. FRP should be readily available. Anthony, why don't you put that order in?
Yep.
Make sure you have everything.
But they are ordered, right? It's just 6 to 8 weeks out. That's good. Okay. Any other concerns that you have with delivery, Jonathan, that we should make a note of? No? All right, Craig, how are you making out? I know you were gonna finish the framing on the ADA units, and then come back. How are you making out with those?
Yeah, so the two ADA units that require framing on the 6th floor are framed, blocked, and ready to go. I'm working on blocking on the 6th floor and the 5th floor, so that should be all finished by tomorrow.
Oh, great.
I heard Jonathan say earlier that there was framing on the on unit 44, but according to the print, the only framing I had for ADA was 65 and 66. So I'll have to go down there and confirm if I have to do any framing in 44.
Yeah, to my knowledge, there's about 4 ADA units, 65, 66, 52, and 44. So if you can check that, that'll be great. Let us know.
Yeah,
What are you walking through? We got stuff to do.
Not just walking through.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna set 'em off.
Yeah, it's my understanding that the 5th floor and the 4th floor units are already ADA. We're just changing out the shower. There's no framing work. There's no other additional work that has to be done down there. According to Jennifer.
Okay. And Craig, you're still shooting for about April 1st to bring out the sheetrock, right?
Yeah, either April 1st or April 2nd, I have to confirm the count per floor and get that order into my supplier. And hopefully they can deliver either Monday, that the 1st or the 2nd, or not, it would be that following Monday, which would be the day we plan on sheetrocking, as long as everything is approved by the inspectors.
Okay. Any other concerns that you have? Oh, you okay for now?
I'm good for now.
Okay. Colin, how's it going with the floor? I know we came up with some different ways of doing it this time. Can you give us an update on the 6th floor and the 5th floor, how you're looking?
Yeah, so Bill's on site now. 6th floor is skimmed through, I think it's 5 units. We have 2 units left to go. He's assessed the corridor repair work. So I'm getting him some materials tomorrow to address that. And right now he's skimming on the 5th floor in the units on that floor. So by the end of the day tomorrow, I would assume all the units will be done and he'll be in working on the corridor units or the corridor repair work at the rebar of the 6th floor, as well as the 5th floor to get ahead on those areas. I met with the guys this morning, loaded them up with material for the shower reglazing. So they're heading there today to start cleaning. I've got a delivery scheduled site tomorrow that is loading the 6th and 5th floors with the resilient flooring, as well as all the tile work.
That sounds beautiful.
Yes, thank you.
Make
Can
sure
I
it's.
just chime in real quick on that shower reglazing? When you guys do the glazing this time and they take those valances down, can you be sure that they put them back up? Because what happened
Yeah,
last time, they took them down and they disappeared.
Yeah, they're under that directive now. Anything they pull down is as soon as they're done with the glazing, which is, a couple days worth of work, they're going to put them right back up.
All right. Excellent.
Paul, that's something else you get your foreman to be aware of. A lot of the valances were taken down and damaged, and then Gonzalez had to go in there and put all new ones in. They took them down, they put them against the wall, then it took them weeks to put them back up, and by the time they put them back up, they were missing the brackets, they were stepped on, all that stuff.
Okay, yeah, there was a tremendous amount that were broken, and then I know a lot of them we left down because people have to go in after, the electrician has to go in after us and wire it. So I'm not saying it was the electrician's responsibility to put it up, but if it's easier for us just to put it back down, and if someone else has to take it down, then that's fine.
Yeah, because right now it's just on you, but I would have your foreman talk to their foreman and work up something.
Okay.
All right, good enough. So Colin, it looks like based on the schedule you just described, we'll be in good shape. So is there any concerns that you have that we need to know?
The first would be, I know abatement is going on the 4th floor, and that's coming down soon. So as of next week, as the elevator comes down, is there an opportunity to load any material onto 2 and 3 and really 4?
Well, next
With
week,
the,
yeah.
with the elevator? No.
Yeah, the elevator doesn't come until the 29th. So, oh wait, that is next week. Never mind. Yeah.
My concern is just
Can
my
you get?
concern is just with the abatement taking up those floors. Can we load into those floors this week?
Yes.
No, you can't go, the fourth floor will be cleared today or tomorrow. So you got 6, 5, and 4. But once they put containment up, which they're already doing on 3, you can't go in there.
Yeah.
You're just not able to go in there. You maybe stack it in the hallway, or we could come up with.
Stack it in the
something.
stairwell for now, but you gotta
Yeah,
give it.
stairwell, but once they start putting that containment up, you really can't go in there.
When are you planning to have all the floor material?
Sorry, what's that? You're breaking up.
What were you having the floor material there, the unit flooring?
So that's going to start coming tomorrow, but we're going to load 6 and 5 and partial of 4. And then we have another delivery planning for like Thursday right now with the remainder of 3 and 2.
All right.
Yeah, if you could get it Thursday for 2, maybe we could do 2 and 3. You could do 2 and then put 3 in the stairwell or something, but we'll be able to get you.
What material are we talking about putting on the second floor before we get in there?
No, I'm not putting any material on the floor. We're gonna put it in the stairwell.
Well,
Yeah,
remember,
I'm
in the
just trying to
stairwells
get-
where
I'm-
we set up our decon.
I think Jonathan, he's just trying to get it up there and then.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it up there so I'm not stuck carrying wall tile, floor tile, and resilient flooring up, 3 flights of stairs to the 3rd floor or 2nd floor when we get ready for install.
Or you could go put it on the balcony.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna be on the 3rd floor next week and the 2nd floor, and then they're done.
Well,
Yeah.
the 3rd and 2nd floor, he's gonna be a problem unless he loads those floors tomorrow. He's not gonna get them. He's got.
Yeah, I mean, the balcony's a good spot.
My recommendation, Colin, is, load up 6, 5, and 4 as quickly as you can. Keep an eye on, communicate with Anthony, see what you can do for the remaining floors as abatement is coming down and before the elevator comes up.
Doesn't really, you gotta take care of it in the next 2 days because we're gonna be taking over the 3rd and 2nd floor in the next 2 weeks. So, I mean, and the elevator's down on Monday. So literally you have 4 more days to get all your material to the floors that you need to.
Yeah, I have 2 deliveries scheduled, one for tomorrow, one for Thursday, which should be sufficient to get everything I need on the job. I just don't know about storage location. So I'll stop down there on Wednesday and meet with you, Anthony, and we'll just kind of go over where we can store it and what's out of everyone's way so that we're not huffing stuff upstairs later.
Yep, that should be fine.
Yeah, Colin, let me know when you're coming down. I like to come there, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Any other concerns before we move forward?
No, it should be good.
Okay. Bill? Bill, can you hear us? You're on mute. Okay, Bill's still on mute. In the meantime, Colin, I forgot.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay, good. Can you, I forgot one more thing that also applies to you as well. Can you and Colin give the pricing for Tower B, the damages that's caused by the movers? The housing is looking to get that done. I just wanted to remember that.
Yeah, how are we gonna go about doing that? I mean, it's kind of difficult. It's kind of more something that I should just do on T&M.
They wanna,
I mean, I can't really go and quantify how much time I'm gonna take to go around and do touch up.
say you're gonna be on each floor for a day.
Is that what you want me to do?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I don't know how much is there or what it is, and
Yeah, make sure you're protected.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
just stop down, Bill, if you get a chance, and we can walk it. We can walk the
Okay.
floor, just so you have an idea.
If you think you need 2 days per floor, you need 2 days, but.
Okay, all right, I'll walk through it.
It's all the same uniform, but it's mostly just scratches on the walls, on the railings, by the elevator. flooring. So yeah, I think Jonathan is.
I'll stop down there and walk through it with Anthony.
Okay, sounds good. Do you have any concerns on the painting? I know that you come in a little later, but I know you want to start prepping some of those units and the stairwells. Is there any concerns or any questions you have of us before we move forward?
No, you have me scheduled to start when, starting to priming.
Well, I think we're gonna have to discuss that at the next meeting when we have the sheetrock up and see how Gonzalez is doing.
Okay,
And then we can touch base on that. But Greg, are you online?
Yes, I'm here.
I know there's a number of factors that you can answer, including the inspection, the rough inspection. But assuming that everything goes well and you've got your sheetrock in, how long are you thinking about before Bill comes in?
I would say it's gonna be about 2 weeks per floor. It'd be about a week and a half, 2 weeks per floor, finished, sanded, ready for paint. So if we're able to start, look at my calendar. So if we're able to start on the 5th, he could probably have the 19th, possibly.
okay, tentative. I don't need anything definite, but at least I have an idea.
Okay.
Okay. So Bill, is that helpful?
Yep, that's fine. That's good.
Great.
And I probably don't need a full 2 weeks to go through each floor. And then probably at that point, what I'll be able to do is well, it's going to depend because you're looking at using the balconies for storage. So you can't obviously start your painting outside, which is with your other contractor, and we can't do the flooring. So we're going to probably have to fall behind and do those things afterwards.
That's correct. That's correct. And that also weather permitting.
Right, right. Okay.
All right, great. Alan, are you there? I don't see Alan. So just Jonathan and I can speak to that. We met with the site contractor last week. He's planning on, I think we said, Jonathan, May 15th, mid of May?
No, he's gonna start at the end of May.
Oh, the end of May, okay. So that's the end of May. So I think by that time, all of our stuff will be inside, but he's gonna have 3 phases. He's gonna do the concrete as one phase, the asphalt as one phase, and then the sidewalk as one phase. He's doing a logistics plan this week. We're gonna share that with everyone so you know when the areas are gonna be blocked off to plan accordingly. As usual, we're shooting for punch list on 6/18 for us, and we're shooting for the punch list on 7/1 for the housing, CHFA, and the stakeholders. So we want to try to shoot toward that timeline, especially when we have all the Tower B to work out of. We talked about the new business. We talked about the flooring pricing for Jonathan, the painting pricing for Tower B to be sent to Jonathan. We also talked about making sure that all the PCOs post abatement work is sent as soon as possible so we can get the approvals. Jonathan, are you all set with the sprinklers in the trash room? I know you were looking for pricing for the removal and the relocation.
Yeah, I'm all set.
Okay. Is there any other work by others that I missed that you want to, did I miss anyone? Okay. As usual, I just want to keep these closeout documents here so you will know. Please do them as we're going along, because if we get to the end, we're going to have the housing, CHFA, CHR, all those people on us. So if you can try to get those things in as we go along, that would be helpful. I think having the meeting on the Zoom is helpful. We are considering, Jonathan, I know we talked about potentially having the meeting on site for the next one, especially once the abatement is down, so that we can all see what the site look like. So for the next meeting, which will be next week, let me see, when do we have the abatement down? Does it make sense to have the next meeting on site on the 29th?
Zoom is fine for me. We could do it either way, but,
I think you gotta have a couple more weeks before we need to be in person.
Yeah, I think so too. So why don't we do the next one as Zoom, and then once 100% the abatement is done, we can all meet on site and see what the site looks like. So we'll resume next week, same time on the Zoom. We'll make some updates between now and then. If there's any questions, let Anthony, myself, or Jonathan know about. Is there any new business that I missed that you want to bring up now? Okay, so on that note, I'm done. See, Rich, Bill, Michael, you were right.
All righty.
We kept
Good
it
job.
under- We kept it under 45 minutes. Thank you, everyone.
All right,
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
bye.